don't worry about, this is just one video out of 30. So go away.
Goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome to another video and welcome to the start of something we are calling and potentially inventing Vanuary. I looked this up on YouTube and I couldn't see anyone else that had done it, but basically we're just going to make a video every day in January and it's called Vanuary because we're in a van. So I hope you like that idea, and it would be my dream if other van lifers took it up as well and it became like a tag. I don't know how to make something become a tag, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to be doing daily videos in January. You join us on New Year's Eve. We are in the town of Getaria, which is in the Basque Country, which is an autonomous region in northern Spain. And this is our second time in the Basque Country. We freaking love it here. It's one of our favourite places in the world, I would say. And probably throughout January we will describe and explain all of the reasons why we do love it and show you the reasons why we love it, because we are planning on staying in this area for as long as we can, for as long as the weather treats us well. We've just arrived here and just had lunch, and we're in an area de autocaravanas with, I don't know, maybe about 8 or 9 other caravans, and we're overlooking a beach, humongous waves today, and we're going to be staying here for the day and overnight as well. We're going to sleep here tonight because that's allowed, and we're going to go explore in the town. I hope you enjoy Vanuary. Just to explain a little bit, because they are going to be daily videos, they're not going to be as well produced, I would say. They're going to be a bit rough around the edges, so please excuse that. I think we're going to get the dogs ready now and go for a walk on the beach, and then we're going to head into the town. It's actually a place known for a wine called Chicoli, which is a Basque white wine, and I really love it. It's very delicious. So I'm hoping to have a glass or two today or this evening to celebrate the new year.
Yeah, I know.
Well, things didn't go exactly as planned. It's actually a whole new day now. It's a New Year's Day. It's a Monday. We did go into the town and all the bars and restaurants were closing up. It was coming to 4 o'clock. It was Sunday. Things shut up on a Sunday in small towns, small Basque towns. So we looked online and it looked like all of the restaurants and bars would be shut until today. Even though it was New Year's Eve, things looked like they were closing down. So we were like, oh, pretty disappointed actually. We decided to come back to the van and I just worked all evening. And then Craig just had this feeling that things would be open in town. And I was thinking, nah, everyone's probably just been having a few drinks during the day and they're celebrating at home. But I was wrong, because the streets, there's a couple of old streets in Getaria and they were packed. Whole families were out. And so we had a glass of chocolate each and just stood in the street and people watched. We didn't even see in the new year. We were home and in bed and trying to sleep through the fireworks. To be honest though, like, New Year isn't really my thing. I've never really enjoyed it. I always hated the pressure of doing something amazing and being somewhere amazing and your life set up so that you can appreciate it come the new year. And I feel like if you haven't got things the way you want them, then it becomes more apparent over New Year, and you might feel like upset or worried or guilty about that. And I think especially this New Year has felt especially with everything that's going on in the world. I have to admit that every time I see children, last night, like I said, whole families were out, so young children were out and they had sparklers and they were so adorable and so tiny. But every time I see children, I can't help but think of the children of Gaza. And I never really thought I was much of a maternal person, because Craig and I aren't planning on having children ourselves, but I guess I am just really affected by children suffering, and on the scale that they are suffering in Gaza, and I couldn't help but think that, and I always think that ever since the atrocities started in Gaza. Every time I see children, I think of the children I've seen through my phone screen, trapped in the rubble and horrifically injured, and it's very, very upsetting. And to start a new year with such awful things happening in Palestine has been, not the best. I haven't really felt any need to celebrate, any reason to celebrate. I find it extremely upsetting, and I'm extremely bothered by it on a daily basis. So if you are too, solidarity with you. I talked about in a previous video about feeling like there's two halves to me. There's one half which is enjoying life and feeling appreciative for the things that I have and moving forward, and then there's another half of me that knows too much and is kind of haunted by the cruelties. There's definitely a lot of compartmentalising that goes on with being alive right now, isn't there? I've been working a little bit this morning and reading and waiting for the sun to start shining, and it looks like it is. So we're going to go out for the day again, go into the town, show you around. I think our plan for today is to keep everything quite chill. We need to plan what we're going to be doing for the next week or so, where we're going to go, look at the weather, plan some spots, some park ups.
We'll see you later.
We have planned for the next 18 or so days what we want to do. I reckon it's probably going to take a few more days than that, because what we haven't factored in is that I'm going to have work to do on a daily basis as well. I think we're talking more like 22 days that we've planned, so that's good. Now we're going to head out of Getaria and go to a place called Zumaia, which is another seaside town. It's quite small, and we can park on an industrial estate with other caravans apparently, and hopefully we can get some sun on our solar panels for the last few hours of sunlight. We're definitely in a really shady spot here, and our batteries are pretty drained, so that's crucial. We just arrived into the park up. It's very, very sunny, so our solar panels are probably loving it right now. I think what we're going to do is walk into the town and just have a stroll around and have a very leisurely afternoon, because tomorrow we're planning on doing a big hikey day. There's some really amazing geological sites to go see nearby. There's like routes you can do and see like rock formations and stuff, so we're going to do that tomorrow, and today can just be a chill day. Maybe get a few more chocolats. The dogs have had a big run around on the beach, so I think they're just going to stay here for the afternoon and relax. Hey darling, oof, you need me to clean your nose. That is gunky as fuck. Fuck, that's bad. Right, I'm going to clean my pug's nose. We keep coming out when everyone's in their houses. We've come out at 4 o'clock again, which is not a good time to come out. Everything's shut and everything's very quiet. So we're just walking around not really knowing what to do with ourselves. We need to get on Spanish time.
We are on Spanish time, it's just that we're also incorporating a bit of English time in there, so like a little pre-evening drink.
Yeah, that makes sense to English people. The tourists.
We'll find somewhere. We can just keep looking around. It'll be fine. Just keep looking around for like an hour, right? Then maybe people will open up for us.
Okay. Here's something that we love about Basque Country. It's how they recycle. Like in every town there are things like this where you can recycle such specific things, and they all have their own little compartments. Electronics, loads of places to recycle electronics just in the middle of town centres. I don't know what that is. Olive oil? Or like cooking oil? See? X-rays, right? Cassette players, CDs, DVDs, batteries. What's this? Oh, little batteries, like watch batteries and things. Ink cartridges. I don't know what this is, like flammable liquids, or just cleaning fluid. Aerosols, paint, and varnish. What's this one?
Filters, for air filters.
Wow, air filters, and then motor oil, and then even more lighters in there, thermometers with mercury in there, fluorescent bulbs, everything. Whether this actually goes somewhere and gets properly sorted, I don't know, but it looks impressive and we love to see it. We came back to the van because it was a ghost town out there, but we did have a good walk around the town, got some nice views of the harbour, and maybe scouted out where we're going to go out again tonight to see if things are opening up. We think they probably will, because there's even more people arriving at this car park, people in vans and caravans, so they must be here for a reason. So Craig is making dinner currently to pass the time.
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
If we've got anything to do, might as well eat.
Yeah. We're running a bit low on food, so we're going to have some tinned Bombay potatoes and then bulk that out with some butter beans and some broccoli. And Craig's cooking an onion and rice as well.
Yeah,
Might read my Kindle. I'm reading a book by a Basque author currently, set in Basque Country. It's like a two-family saga. It's about the time when ETA was active, which was like a militant group fighting for independence for the Basque Country. And yeah, it's kind of like about how a violent event perpetrated by ETA tears two families apart. And I'm just learning a lot about like Basque customs and Basque way of life in small towns, and I just like reading the Basque perspective, and it's good to learn via fiction books. So I might carry on reading that. I'm also reading as my non-fiction The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine by Ilan Pappé, and I'm really close to finishing that one as well. It's taken me a while because there's a big chunk of it that's about the Nakba and a lot about like all the individual military operations, which was a lot to take in. But yeah, I'm getting to the conclusion now, so I'm excited to finish that one and carry on my reading about Palestine as well. I'm also feeling very rusty at vlogging. Even though I have just finished doing Vlogmas from patrons, I'm always like a little bit more nervous when it comes to posting on YouTube. So I'm kind of pretending that I'm speaking to my patrons now. But hopefully by the end of January I'll be much more comfortable. Thanks, Grace! Yummy! Why's your hat like that?
Just doing my homework. It's my homework hat.
What homework are you doing?
Spanish homework. Where's my chocolate?
I don't think I did this even during Vlogmas, but I'm signing out in bed. We had a very chill evening. We didn't end up going back into town. Couldn't be bothered. Craig was just doing his Spanish homework and I was reading and then doing some admin. I did something on my to-do list that I've had for ages, which is to download a password app and then put all my passwords on it, because what I have is like passwords written on a piece of paper, and that was fine until we got in the van, and then it's kind of not very safe if someone breaks into the van and then they've got all my passwords. I feel like a van break-in is much more likely than a house break-in. So they're now all on my app and I can get rid of those pieces of paper. Might burn them tomorrow. And we're going to have an early night tonight. So I hope today was interesting. I think it was quite boring, but we do live a very simple life. I hope you enjoyed this vlog anyway, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.